this time on the Serve to Perform podcast.
So thank you, first of all, Serve to Perform, for being an excellent partner with us in this space.
Yeah.
When I called on Adam, it was like yesterday that we started to brainstorm and figure out ways that we could get the synergies together. And so one of the things that we do is we started out by level setting the organization through diversity training. We added recently, the equity title just got added to the office about a year ago.
Welcome back to the Serve to Perform podcast. I'm your host, Lainey Osborne, and today we're joined with a very special guest, Miss Latricia Hill-Chandler. Latricia, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So Latricia is the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer for ARvest. So tell us a little bit about that position and how long you've been with ARvest.
So I've been with ARvest for 2 years now, and that role means that I am the first person, so I'm the original architect of the diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives around ARvest. We have roughly 6,700 plus associates around a 4-state footprint: Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma.
Okay.
And so I sort of lead the efforts to make sure that we have a more inclusive environment, which means equitable for all, representation, belonging, things of that nature. And so I just lead the effort. I have an amazing team to do the work.
Yeah. Well, we want to recognize you as a true champion and a true leader in all forms and fashion for ARvest when it comes to what we do with you guys, our client relationship. You have been such a huge impact for ARvest. I know I can speak for them. And specifically through what we've seen and the work that we've done with you guys, you have been a true champion and true leader in all forms when it comes to the client relationship we have with you guys. So thank you for that. You've
Absolutely.
made it very easy, very, very easy. And so let's talk a little bit about, moving on to what you guys do within ARvest for diversity and inclusion. How do you guys focus on achieving inclusion? How is it an ongoing effort and all of that?
Good. So thank you, first of all, Serve to
Yeah.
Perform, for being an excellent partner with us in this space.
Yeah.
When I called on Adam, it was like yesterday that we started to brainstorm and figure out ways that we could get the synergies together. And so one of the things that we do is we started out by level setting the organization through diversity training. We added recently, the equity title just got added to the office about a year ago.
Okay.
And so we do a complete education and training. We do some fun things like programming through our coffee breaks and inclusion speaker series, which is about bringing awareness. First year was focused on awareness. Now it's focused more on integration.
Yeah.
How do we make sure DE&I has been woven into the fabric and the culture of ARvest?
Yeah.
From anything from attracting high talented associates to hiring them to developing them, and then all the way to how do they, then retire, right? So throughout the complete fabric of ARvest. One of the things that you help us out with, though, is an exciting field of impact groups.
Yes.
And I think you'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep, exactly. You read my mind. That was where I was going next.
Okay,
so that's perfect. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the employee resource groups and all of that. So let's touch on the impact groups. You can keep going on your thought that you were just saying.
Sure. So our impact groups, also known in many other industries as resource groups, employee resource groups, business resource groups, we thought about how can we be more than a resource and make it about the impact that we have, not only with our associates, but in our customers and communities we serve as well. And so we have 8. I was super ambitious when launching them. A lot of people launch them 1 at a time, 2 at a time. I said, why not 8?
Yeah, right? That sounds like a good number.
Do 8 at a time. And those groups are the underrepresented associates of ARvest and the customers and communities we serve. So we know we don't service just one type of customer at ARvest, albeit race, gender, age, socioeconomic status. So how do we make sure that we also have an impact with those groups inside and outside of ARvest? So we have a lot of things going on and a lot of things that tie us to the communities, but more so, it's about giving the associates the opportunities to develop, to have an area, a community within a community is what I call it. So how can we make sure that these 8 groups represent the communities within ARvest, but also the communities outside of ARvest? So I say things like, who knows more what a veteran needs than a veteran.
Exactly.
So let's have a veteran community that has an intentional, keyword, intentional focus on what the veteran population may need, internal and external. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the experience with implementing those 8 groups, right? How has that gone?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I see. Hopefully good. Oh my goodness. But let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So what we did, it's first time.
Yeah.
Out the gate, a new initiative. So DE&I being a new initiative, but also the groups being a new focus for this, which is when I tapped on to SERVE2PERFORM. SERVE2PERFORM, I need some help.
Yeah.
I need you guys to come help me create the strategies for these groups. So help us create what the strategies look like, and then don't stop there. Help us implement those strategies. And so SERVE2PERFORM was one of those opportunities to say, here's something that you do well. We need the help, but then also let us provide you with some feedback as well as to understanding more of our culture. If I'm not mistaken, I think Adam had mentioned one time with the work of the DE&I initiatives at ARvest that he has really taken aback about the culture of ARvest and has now become a customer. So that's been amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so awesome to hear, and that's the main thing we want to do, right?
Right.
Here at SERVE2PERFORM, and I'm sure you've been able to see it, we are all about change. We're all about cohesive change together in unison.
Yes.
We're locked arms and we're walking together through the process. It's not okay, we're going to give you the tools, you guys figure it out, and you go about it and ask us if you have any questions. It's more so a process where we are walking together and we're genuinely trying to do what's best for the customer or for the client or for your customers specifically.
Absolutely. Yes, that's one of the things that we appreciate with SERVE2PERFORM, because I know this was a unique type of fit.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we went back and forth on, it didn't make sense for you to give us something that we didn't need. It didn't make sense for us to partner with you with something that we didn't need. So we customized it, is what I like to call it.
Exactly.
Customized the relationship.
Yeah. So going through those executive coachings too. So we did some executive coachings with you guys specifically rolling out those AIGs. I made sure I was saying that right.
That's correct.
How has that experience been through the executive coachings?
So one of the things, I said we got together with SERVE2PERFORM to help us create the strategies around what the AIGs would do, and then how to implement them. And as part of implementing them, remember, we're creating leaders here.
Yeah.
This is a professional development opportunity for those underrepresented associates at ARvest. And so what we wanted to do with the executive coaching was, there's so many opportunities for people to get mentored in several different ways.
Exactly.
We thought that we could just identify areas of improvement, areas of opportunity with specific individuals who may be able to do more than just DEI coaching, but more professional development coaching. And so love the format of having one coach per 2 AIG leaders to give some undivided attention based on some of the strengths and weaknesses that our teams may have. And SERVE2PERFORM has done an excellent job. The executive coaches, me and my program manager, meet with the executive coaches often to say, okay, here's some feedback. Yeah. We'd like for you to incorporate this into your coaching. And then we have actually coming up, we have a meeting that we finally met with the AIG leaders to say, hey, we'd like to get some feedback from you for SERVE2PERFORM.
Awesome, yes, which is something that we've been extremely thankful for.
Yes.
Because in the grand scheme of things, we're always trying to help people grow, but we're always trying to grow as well.
Sure.
And so being able to develop and work with our clients and work with our customers one-on-one to really know what we can do better is huge for us specifically.
It's partnership. That's called partnership. That feedback is a two-way street. Yeah. That if not, it would just be conversation or dialogue.
Exactly.
And so we need to, so we're working on giving you all feedback for your next clients to implement 8 impact groups.
Yes, because 8's the number we're going to start at. We're not ever going to go back to 1. It's going to be 8. So let's talk a little bit about your overall experience when it comes to working with us as a client. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's been good. As mentioned, when I first met SERVE2PERFORM and first met Adam, was by way of one of my favorite people, David Collins. Yeah. And so I understood what SERVE2PERFORM did. I had not quite started the impact groups, or I had just fresh out of the water to get into DE&I at ARvest. And so I said, give me a minute and let me figure out what I'm doing, and then I will try to figure out a way that you could fit.
Yeah.
And we did that. We went back and forth. No, not that. Yes, this. No, not that. Yes, this. And we finally found a way. And so I have been so amazed at the work that SERVE2PERFORM has been able to. I think I like the word customized.
Yeah.
That just took some intentional effort to kind of customize the things that we've needed. And I love the open dialogue and the conversation and the inclusion piece, that we get updates, and I can't hold their hand. My AIG leaders, even my program manager can't. So it's been really good to get, regularly scheduled updates and what can we change, and the recommendations have been amazing. So my relationship with SERVE2PERFORM has been
Good.
The letter A.
Good. And that's something too, we've talked a lot about all of these different services we offer and everything that we do, but we really love the discovery process.
Sure.
We love diving into a new client relationship and saying, okay, how can we fit in?
Yeah.
Where can we help? And what holes do we need to help fill? And so that's so awesome to hear that it's been such a customizable process with us. That's music to our ears. That's exactly what we want to hear.
Well, and it actually, to be honest, we started out with one part. So you came in and did one piece, and then that agreement sort of ended. And then as that was ending, I said, well, wait a minute, could you also do this, which was the first part was to help create the strategic plans.
Yeah.
And then we called you back to help implement them with the individual coaching. And so the second part was not originally part of the first part.
Yeah.
So I was really excited that it's just partnership. It's just relationship building, and I think we've done a good job with that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have anything else you want to add, or anything you don't think we touched on?
No, I think it's been good. This is a good conversation. I look forward to continuing the relationship. I can't wait to, I haven't been personally involved in what the feedback looks like for SERVE2PERFORM, but I can't wait to hear that and to meet with you all to kind of talk about that. Excited.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all of your insight, and thank you for your leadership when it comes to all of the things that we're implementing with your teammates, with your employees, with all of that. We are extremely thankful for you and everything that you do.
Grateful for you too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.